Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex here, and today we've got some more NASCAR 2013 for the PC, and really been enjoying this game, really good. And I just wanted to give my first impressions of the game, because I don't know how many people that are watching this video now will end up getting the game, but at this moment it's in beta, and it's in beta for about another month, so you've got plenty of time to get into the beta and get the game before the majority of people get the game. And it's definitely worth taking part in the beta, because you can point out bugs and the glitches that you may have found in the game that the developers didn't find, and let them know and make the game better for when it comes out in about a month's time. Now, I'm going to run through the good and bad, as this will be a first impressions, and mostly I've got really good news to report on this game, because I bought this for £27.99, I think, or was it £26.99, something about that mark, and at the time I was like, that is quite a lot of money for a beta, but thinking about it, I get the game a month early, and I also get a really good game at the end of the day, because I knew that Technics always made pretty good games, because I bought NASCAR 2011 for PS3, and overall that was a really fun game. Anyway, let's get into the good and the bad. The physics I personally find really good. It's not supposed to be a simulation, but it's it's not really arcadey, which is really good for me. That's where I think a NASCAR game should be for most people, because most people don't really want to play a simulation game all the time, and most people don't want a NASCAR game where everything's like floating about. But yeah, this game does not have any of that. It's really good, and I think they got the physics pretty much perfect. Now, obviously there are always things you can say they could have done better, but at this current time I don't think there is anything they could have done better. It's a really good game, and maybe if it was a simulation, you could saw that accident just there when I hit that 93, I probably would have been in the wall. But I don't think when you're sort of making a game to apply to mass audiences, you don't really want to make it so you end up in the wall every 10 seconds, because then people won't play it because they get annoyed because they just never get around to racing. Sound. Now, I made a video early on today, and I actually recorded that last night, so they hadn't fixed the sound at that point, so when you went to safety car the sound just randomly went. They fixed that straight away on release night. I think about 8 PM they put out a patch, and they got that fixed straight away, which is really quite crazy how they did it so quick. But it's really good to see they're updating it very fast, and that is a big thing for the future. They've updated a thing on the beta within a couple of hours. Now that means they're absolutely sort of down to earth about trying to get this game as best as possible, and they're not just leaving it randomly about, just like to pick up a few sales. They want to make it the best game possible and attract the most people possible, and the fact that they're pushing out patches so early on and making it as good as possible is amazing, especially because this is a beta, and that's the whole point of a beta, is to all the people sort of playing it, to point out the glitches, the bugs, so they can fix it for the full game release and obviously make a better experience for all. And that's definitely a thing. If you like helping people out, it's a big thing. I know it might not be the cheapest thing to help people out on, but it's quite a nice thing to help out the developers and get the game fixed, because obviously this sort of game's being released a month early, if you want to say it like that, and they're just asking for your advice about what they can improve for the full game. And yeah, at this point the update's coming fast, which is really good for the game and its future. Graphics, now I've got to say they overall are really nice, and you would expect that because it's on PC, and obviously PC graphics most of the time are a lot better. And yeah, it's really nice graphically. Some points, sometimes the crowd doesn't look too good, and sometimes I think when you're like running quite away from a car, sometimes the graphics can get a little bit pixelated. But apart from that, the graphics are really nice and really quite well optimized. Obviously I do have a little bit of lag when recording, and that'll be mostly down to my computer not being probably the greatest computer in the world at this current time. So yeah, the graphics are good. Sometimes there are little sort of glitches where the graphics aren't amazing, but overall the graphics are a lot better than expected. Last off, enjoyment factor. Now, I've been playing this with a keyboard because I actually haven't got my controller to work, which I'll get onto in a minute. But even with a keyboard, I'm enjoying this game so much, and I must say, this has to be a game you pick up. If you're into NASCAR, you've got to pick it up, and you've got a PC, because this is going to be really sort of quite fun, because this is the first game you can race the 2013 cars in career mode, and it's a PC exclusive as well, which is quite nice considering they haven't I don't think they've had a PC game, a PC NASCAR game in about 10 years. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but it's been a very long time since they last uploaded or updated, or sorry, made is what the word I'm looking for there. The last time they made a NASCAR game, and for PC. So really good that it's actually come out on PC. A lot of PC fans really hoping this will be a great game, and I've got to say, it is a great game. I'm really enjoying it, and it's only the beta at the moment. Bad things, I suppose, in any sort of perfect review, in quotations, you've got to give the bad as well. The control and wheel settings, I found them quite complicated to get working. For some reason, some buttons on my controller and wheel do work, but others don't, so I don't know what that's happening there. Maybe that's something they're looking at fixing. Also, there are some minor frame rate issues, as I've said, when recording. That's probably locked down to my computer. If you've got a better computer than me, you're probably going to be running this fine. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. It's been Alex, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.